You just threw the most incredible birthday bash, the confetti is still on the floor, and now someone's sliding into your inbox asking, "So how'd we do financially?" Don't panic. This is where the vendor reconciliation template saves your life. It's basically a one-page report card that tells everyone exactly where the money went, no spreadsheet degree required. Think of it like splitting a pizza with friends. Except instead of pepperoni drama, you're dealing with booth fees, credit card processing cuts, and whatever you actually sold. The whole point is that your partner or event organizer can read this thing in under 2 minutes and walk away nodding instead of confused. Start your template with total gross sales at the very top, bold it, make it big. Treat it like the headline of a newspaper, because honestly, it is. That number is the before everything went wrong figure, and it sets the tone for everything that follows below it. Right under gross sales, you list your deductions, which sounds fancy, but just means here's what nibbled away at your money. We're talking things like the vendor booth fee you paid to get a spot at the event, payment processing fees if people swiped cards, and any supplies or packaging you burned through during the day. Credit card processing fees are sneaky little gremlins that average around 2 to 3% per transaction, and if you forget to list them, your partner will think you're hiding something. Transparency here is literally the whole game. Nobody trusts a vendor who hands over a napkin with one number scrawled on it. After your deductions, you subtract everything from gross sales and arrive at net revenue, which is the star of the show, the final boss, the number everyone actually cares about. Net revenue is your honest answer to "so was this worth it?" and a clean template makes that answer impossible to argue with. Here's a pro tip that separates seasoned vendors from first-timers. Always include a column for quantity sold per item, not just total dollars. If you sold 47 handmade candles at $12 each, write that out. It gives organizers context and makes your numbers feel real instead of made up. Some vendors get weird and lump everything into one vague expenses line, and that's basically the financial equivalent of saying, "I spent some money on stuff." Break it out line by line, even if it feels tedious, because a readable template builds trust faster than any marketing pitch ever could. The format itself doesn't need to be complicated. 3 sections, boom, done. Section 1 is income, Section 2 is expenses, Section 3 is the net breakdown, and you could honestly build this in a free Google Sheets template in about 20 minutes while your coffee brews. One thing people totally overlook is the event date and location at the top of the document. Sounds obvious, but vendors often attend multiple events and partners need to know exactly which weekend we're talking about. Dating your reconciliation is like labeling your leftovers. Future, you will be very, very grateful. If you work with a partner who split costs or shared a booth, this template also needs a section showing how the split was calculated. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for a very awkward group chat. Even a simple, "we split the $60 booth fee down the middle, $30 each" sentence prevents more arguments than you'd ever believe. Don't agonize over making it look gorgeous. A clean, plain layout with consistent spacing and clear labels will always outperform a fancy design that nobody can actually read. Vendors who obsess over fonts and forget to explain their math are the cautionary tale here, not the inspiration. Here's the irony. The events that feel the most chaotic, rain, slow foot traffic, the card reader dying for an hour, often produce the most useful reconciliation data for next time. That data tells you which products moved, which didn't, and whether that particular event deserves a return trip next year. Once you've done this a few times, your template basically fills itself in, and what used to feel like homework starts to feel like power. You walk into partner conversations with receipts, literally and figuratively, and nobody questions a vendor who shows their work. Want to see how our company helps vendors build smarter financial systems from the ground up? Check out our links in the description, and let's make your next post-event debrief the easiest part of your whole weekend.